Been trying hard the last few, well, maybe the last few weeks to try and get this car to get down into the high threes, man. And I'm just not making that progress. I got a lot to discuss. I've switched tires over and over again, trying to help me in that journey to get to into the threes. And today, you know, there's a lot that goes into that. DA, temperature, and I'll go into that in more detail. I gotta have my glasses on because it's really it's bright and sunny today. Yeah, with the, you know, the DA and the weather, the DA here is just always going to be, you know, it's never going to be negative 1,000, negative 2,000, negative 3,000. You know, it's always 900 on the prettiest of weather, 800, 900, 1,000, 1,300. So DA, it's a gorgeous day, and it's, you know, started out in the low 60s, and now we're in about the mid 60s, or it started in the low 50s really early. But then, you know, it's so funny because if it's cold weather, then there's less traction for the wheels, or the rear wheels, me being rear wheel drive. But if the weather is warmer and more traction, then the engine suffers from the lack of power. So it's always like this double-edged sword. You know, I mean, so you just got, I think today is like the happy medium for traction and cool weather. You know, and my car hovers, you know, around, you know, just depending on back-to-back runs, you know, between 90 and, you know, back to back to back with no time to cool down and no airflow, you know, 110 on the temperature of the heat exchanger or the intake temp. And so, you know, it's just a little bit of a struggle. But I have video and I have my data logs, like I always try to do, and my newest tires, which I'm done with these. I mean, these are the ones I'm sticking with. I don't mean I'm done with these tires. This is what I'm stuck with. This is what I'm done with, or done buying, and that's my Toyo R888Rs. I'm happy with the tires, but still, I'm getting wheel spin. And the disadvantage of that, people just don't understand. Now, I don't know if this is everyone else's car, but this is how my car is working. I don't know if it's broken, if it's messed up from the factory, or what's going on. But when it sees, I'm in manual shift mode, so I have it over. I always in manual shift mode, and when the car starts seeing a certain amount of wheel slip, it shifts, and that's in first gear. And this has been confirmed by my tuner. It's just something that this car does, and he's confirmed it in his other tuning. Hussein is confirmed. You know, when the car computer sees this wheel slip, then it just shifts. And so it's I've seen it shift in the 4,500 to 5,500 range. So I'm missing out on that 1,000 and maybe another 1,000 RPMs to carry me into my 0 to 60. And so when the car shifts early, the downfall is that I'm shifting from second to third before 60. And so we know that, you know, these transmissions are not the quickest shifters, or, you know, it's not instantaneous where it goes from one gear to the next. So there's a lag and drop and boost, and drop in boost and a drop in RPM, a major drop in RPM. So it's just very, very inefficient to be switching gears right before 60, say at 55 miles per hour. So one viewer has told me to not put it in sport mode, and I can verify that my car shifts better from 0 to 60 when it's in normal shift mode. But still, again today, I did all my runs in normal shifting mode, and the car still shifted, you know, depending on the level of traction. And you'll see in the videos that the level of traction I have, I'm still spinning the wheels. A little bit cooler weather, more power. So I just want to come to everybody. I'm almost done trying to do 0 to 60. I think I'm just a low for 0 to 60 with this rear wheel drive. And to that also, you know, a lot of other people have told me, you know, and I know all the stuff. I mean, I'm not, you know, dumb, but lower downpipes. I've been steering away from getting lower downpipes because of warranty, visual warranty, because of the pain in the ass of putting them on and taking them off for registration, which we have to do yearly here. After the car is 2 years old, you got to do it yearly on a new car or an old car. And so downpipes, and then, you know, if you're not tuned for it, or you know, that just allows the turbos to spin up faster and spin higher RPMs, and you got to be you know, obviously tuned for that. And so I had to get a retune, and I think retunes now are $6.99 from Hussein. So the other night I was out, and here's the other thing, you know, and it was a really cold day, you know, 47, 48 degrees. A few days ago, I found this really what I thought was a great strip of just fresh white virgin concrete that you know, has that real texture to it, sandpaper, high grit sandpaper texture to it. So I have to get up really late, you know, 12, 1, 2, 3 a.m. at night to try to get some of this stuff done. But 47, 48 degrees, and I'm telling you, it was like being on pure ice with these Toyo R888Rs, and probably wouldn't any of the other tires I would have been on. And it feels like, you know, the rear end's kind of skating around a little bit and the car's just not accelerating. It was just mind-blowing at how slow the car was because of when I had traction control on, and it was like pushing the throttle, but there was something wrong with the engine and it wouldn't rev. It was traction control, and then I took traction control off and tried to just run the car, and then it was literally like being on ice. The tires just spun like when you're in a water burnout, where they just spin and there's not a lot of sound, but you feel the vibration of the tires spinning. So yeah, I mean, that was just off the hook. Wasted time. I spent about 30 minutes driving there, and about 2 hours total at, you know, after 12 a.m. So these tires don't like to be in that cold weather. It just was a massive fail, and a real big disappointment, because I thought it was going to be a really good time to achieve a really fast 0 to 60 with the sun and the heat in the concrete. But the best I could manage was in the 4.1s, in a 4.09, and so I'm kind of tired of beating on the car and running it really hard after, you know, run after run after run. And the tires are getting, all the tires that I've had are just taking a little bit of abuse, because it's obviously a lot of wheel spin, you know, right out of first gear. Most of the time today I used my launch control, and it's anywhere between 2300 to 2500 RPM where it's launching at. So yeah, I'm just going to give up. I mean, this is just a 4-second car, 0 to 60. It just is very consistent. It likes 4.01 to 4.09 or 4.1. It's just, that's the way it is. It's very consistent at that, and that's not depending on you know, super crazy DA or super crazy cold weather. I mean, from 55 degrees to 85 degrees, you know. I wouldn't say that, you know, in 100-degree weather it's optimum to run this car and get those numbers, but there's a wide range of degrees and temperatures and DA that this car is just really solid at 4.01 to 4.1. And you know, I guess that's just something, you know, I have to live with. I mean, that's a good thing. It's consistent. It's making power at that range with the traction that it has and the transmission abilities. And I'm pretty much going to probably not chase a lot of 0 to 60s anymore, unless there's a really crazy DA that happens one day. That I need to get downpipes. Something I've been fighting and doing, but maybe it takes getting, you know, a lower downpipe to get this car into the threes like everybody else, because everybody else has lower downpipe. That is the whole mania of this car, is lower downpipes, lower downpipes, lower downpipes, you know, full downpipes. You know, that's just in everyone's mind. So maybe that's where that extra 10 to 15 horsepower is going to knock me down into the threes, in the 3.7, 3.8, or 3.9. So, you know, I haven't made my mind up yet on, you know, just, you know, I do things on whims, and I could just get downpipes and install them on there, and then talk to my tuner and see how much, if I need to get retuned, or if it's fine to run the car without being tuned with the lower downpipes. So we'll see about that. Right now it's not in my future. Also too, I'm sorry I'm making this so long and just having this boring information with my car in the background. Man, I just think that the big step is a limited slip differential. But then again, I could get that limited slip differential and I spend $2,000 and then I don't see the advantages. It just doesn't work out for me. Rear wheel drive, you know, and then, or I gain 1/10 or something ridiculous for $2,000. So I mean, what I want to do is Black Friday, if I do this on a whim and I put this on a credit card, because I'm not going to pay out of my cash and out of my account with the times that we're headed in, because I feel America is, man, we're going to have problems with jobs and coronavirus and income and working and the medication you got, the virus medication you got to take, or you can't work, and I'm probably not taking that stupid medicine or vaccine, so I may just be out of work. But yeah, the limited slip differential from Z1, I'm really thinking about it. Yeah, and so what I would do is I would not send my stock one back, my factory unit. I would keep that and just order their pre-built unit, because it's $1,500, and hopefully I could get $200 or $300 off for Black Friday. And then, because I don't want, when I sell this car, if I sell this car, because it could just happen, I could have to sell this car, I want to be able to take off these accessories that I've put on and sell them if I get rid of the car, because I've got thousands now, probably $3,000 or $4,000 in accessories I could take off and get, you know, if they're $4,000, I might be able to get $2,000 cash. And there's a lot of people out there buying stuff. So get the limited slip differential, and I have to pay a little bit more for it, so I'm not trading in my factory unit. Keep that in my garage and be able to swap that out really, you know, with not too much issues, and then sell that, because people would buy that in a heartbeat at half price. So limited slip differential, I'm not guaranteed that I'm getting it, but it would be really cool, and it could happen if the price drops significantly enough. But I think that the limited slip differential is my fix, but then again, I've said that with other tire choices and everything. So, you know, during these times, it just fills up some of my time, because my work is pretty much non-existent, and it kind of gives me some fun and I enjoy this car and love this car a whole lot. So again, yeah, that's basically it. I want to end the video before it gets too long and really pisses people off and they start being really nasty on comments. So yeah, so there you go. I think that's everything I needed to say. I like making video updates, even though it's not a certain amount of crazy content to excite people. You know, it may just be more for my journey of documenting my journey, and the people that want to join in on that and just find out my information from week to week. So other than that, have a good day. I appreciate the people watching my videos and continuing to watch my videos and commenting and trying to be helpful. So again, thank you, and I will catch me on another video, and that's it.